Congratulations. The two whiniest little bitches in Oshkosh seems to have found common ground and united under one cause, and that being me. Brianna Kroemer and Olivia Cotts are like crack and alcohol. Two deadly combinations that don't work well together, but they need each other. You see, Olivia, aka Jax, who struggles with her identity, who will take a photo of her in the bath, aka Water Baby, and send it to whoever she can. Someone trying to find her place, someone who bounces back between her mom and her dad's. Struggling with the job, struggling with friends, playing patty cake with a little side bitch, getting sexually assaulted in her sleep, not knowing what happened. And I'm starting to think she deserves it. Because all the pain and trauma she puts herself through, I can just sit back, watch, and enjoy the show. Because when I met her, she was a scared little bitch that flinched at everything. Blonde and and the dumb was just implied. See, I tried to help her and it didn't work out. Because you can't help a puppy if the puppy is a lost cause. See, the problem with her and Brianna is they do their battles through a phone screen. And that's all they're good for. They're the Gen Z millennials going, hey, I'm going to rage bait. Oh, I'm going to comment in TikTok videos. Y'all adorable. You're going to go from patty cake to bumping titties and talking shit. That's all you're good for. I don't know if you know this, but wars can't be won through a phone screen. See, Jax knows where I've been at. But they still too chicken to pull up. Because let's not forget, this isn't being a woman beater. Because in order to be a woman beater, you would need to fight a woman, and clearly they talk and act like men. They talk and act grown. So therefore, if you want to talk like a man and act like a man and threaten me like a man, then act accordingly. And using my life and past against me, Brianna, that doesn't work. You really think you're the first little fucking queefing twat waffle to point out my dad's never been around? I make jokes about my dad not being around to this day. I make jokes about my mom being a schizophrenic, multi-personality alcoholic. I'm way ahead of you. Like I said, you are 20, but you act 6. Which is the age I started jiu-jitsu, which means that when you were still in your mom's womb, or probably hell, the month and day you were born, I was training. I was a 6-year-old in MMA. So hell, I could have dangled your fetus across the table if I wanted to that young. But alas, some people are just not worth it. And I get it. Because now, I'm not looking for a fight. Because if you want to deal with your problems and start a war through a fucking phone screen, by all means, do it. Because last I checked, I have more of a platform and a following than you do. I have people that look up to me, and you are proving why people hate people like you. You and Jax, you and Olivia alike. See, I already warned everyone to stay away from Jax, because at this point, with you being with a 15-year-old at one point, and you're 20, Jax and her family can deal with harboring and assisting and abating a child molester. And Brianna, you get to be history. You get to be a woman pedophile. And Jax gets to go back to being assaulted in a dark room, not knowing what happened. She gets to going back to hanging out with people who take advantage of her. She goes through more rape kits than any character on CSI, NCIS, or Law & Order. But to point, Brianna, I live here rent free. Congratulations. It wasn't always like that. That's not an insult. I almost got run over. One of many times in my life. I'm still here. Better people have tried. I'm still standing. I got assaulted a month ago. Not my first time. Because in Oshkosh, I've had my face punched 37 times. I was still standing and I was able to walk back to my apartment I had at the time. Didn't go to a hospital, didn't need it. I just let the blood drip from my nose and I dealt with that. So clearly, even that much, couldn't finish the job. I've been nicked, I've been shot at. Clearly, still here. Brianna, you can't win this. Especially if you're doing this over a phone screen. You can make all the videos you want. You can have that 18-year-old fucking bad baddie wannabe Bianca make the cringiest garbage diss tracks you want. Not gonna work. Because you, Olivia, and Bianca, and everyone can put on that face mask thinking you're tough. That front, that fakeness to protect your emotions. And I get it. I was like that. You guys act like you don't care. You guys act like you're tough. You want to talk all this shit. But Brianna, Olivia, Jax, sorry. This doesn't end well for you. And not even for me. Y'all behaviors are going to get you in trouble. And I just wanted to protect that, but clearly no. Because the moment shit goes wrong, Jax stays broke. Getting denied from SSI. She stays going back and forth between her moms and her dads. She stays getting sexually assaulted by her brother. She stays getting yelled at by her dad because her dad picks everyone else over her. Oh, boo-hoo. She stays losing friends and relationships. She stays getting into cars with strangers and getting fucked. She stays not knowing when she's a boy or a dude. And trust me, identify as a man when you want. You act like a bitch. Because if you were a man, hell, you identify as a man. So, you can come wrap your hands all you want. You can come and try your lottery. Because you're a man, right? You're Jax Cotts. You identify as a man. So, by law, you put yourself in a position where you're eligible to not worry about flinching because you actually have a fist coming at you. But alas, you're still a girl. You're Olivia Cotts. And to think me and a lot of people have tried to help you. But Brianna, you might as well start identifying as a boy if you're going to act like a grown-ass man. Because you can act tough and put on the mask. You can put on a mask and be something you're not. Because you know you're safe behind a phone screen. That's fine. See, it may not be right to deal with a 20-year-old woman. That may be fucked. I may be a womanizer, whatever. But see, the problem that happens, and that's why we don't look at society deep enough. I wasn't the problem till you became a problem. I kept to myself. I wasn't the problem till Olivia Cotts became a whining bitch and became the problem. I wasn't a problem until Brianna threatened me from a distance, knowing she was safe. I was provoked. Now, it may be so easy to walk away because these Jax, Olivia, Bianca, and Bree, they're children. They better off playing in rooms with the little fucking building blocks. But see, I was raised, if someone starts something, you better finish it if you get wrapped into it. So Bianca can make all the diss tracks she wants. Doesn't matter. Nothing she says or does matters until they're standing across from me with a timer going for 5 minutes with their hands wrapped accordingly. Because you're right, it's not right to fight women. But we're in a society, let's entertain these gender laws. If you want to act like a dude and you think you can actually contend with me, then I will oblige you. Just remember, equal rights, equal fights, you cunts. Bree, her family's in tatters. She pays rent because she can't go anywhere else. She claims to be lesbian, then she's bi. She can't make up her mind. She calls her ex a slut and gets her ass beat, so clearly she didn't learn that our actions have consequences. Nothing she says or does matters from a phone screen until someone drives down that driveway. Nothing matters. Because, like I said, my dad's never been around. Good for you. You're very self-aware. You only know that because Jax has a mouth that sucks dick as much as it does talk shit. And I'm glad that her and my friend Michaela didn't get together, because I thought Michaela was a problem, but no, Olivia was a problem. Because Olivia drags chaos wherever she goes. I told Renesmee not to fuck with Jax, and he listened. I told Dylan and Thomas, all of them, not to fuck with you, and they listened to me. Because look all the problems you had. So Brianna, Olivia, nothing you say matters until someone drives down that driveway, wraps their fucking hands, and lets their actions have consequences. Hell, it doesn't have to be you. Jax, you can grab your dad or your brother sexually assaults you in the middle of the night. Bree, you can grab anyone you want. Because clearly I'm still misunderstood and underestimated. Clearly. See, I don't put up this front like I'm a badass. No, I'm quiet. It's just now people want to poke and prod and fucking provoke. And expect me to just take it? Nah, nigga. Because see, this is not 2016 no more. I'm not going to sit back and let people run their fucking mouth. Especially on a fucking phone screen. If you're states away, that's one thing. Which is why Bianca is a coward. Because I'm states away. But Brianna and Olivia are within driving range. And last I checked, I go to Oshkosh still. I know where they both live because I fucked her in both their places. Parkway, right? And see, the last thing that needs to be done is more drama happening into either of her houses and her getting kicked out. Because you can lie all you want about what's the state of your family is, or what underage people you have or haven't fucked. I've spoken to the people. I talked to JB. Lie. Again. And if Jax wants to be a mouthpiece and talk about my business, Jax better get her facts straight. Sorry, Olivia. Because both of you want to act grown and talk like a man, I'm going to treat you as such. If you're not a kid, fine. I'm going to treat you like an adult. And then you two can scissor all the way to the therapy clinic and talk about your problems. Because you can talk about my life and my past all you want. Been there, done that. I've been through things that you two haven't been through. Because the other difference between me and Olivia is she gets assaulted every other week, it seems like, in her own house. And her family doesn't care. I got sexually abused when I was younger, and I'm getting a $700,000 settlement for it. Pain profits. Because, yeah, I got my ass beat a month ago, sure. I'm still talking shit, aren't I? I'm still standing. There's nothing you can say or do that I haven't heard, been through, or that works. As long as you fight behind a phone screen, as long as you talk your shit behind this little fucking device that your generation has been burdened with, nothing you say or do is truthful or matters. You and everyone, Brianna, Olivia, Bianca, who else, are just gonna be scared, arrogant, ignorant, mindless, naive, two-faced pussies. Our actions have consequences. And everything about my past makes me me. So grow up, pull up, or shut up. Because for every response you make through a phone screen that provokes me, I'm gonna have a rebuttal back. The difference between me and you is one day the first shot will be fired by me. And when you're sitting on your ass with your nose upside down, or you're laying passed out because it took me 5 seconds to choke you out, you're gonna realize you are all bark, no bite. Because I can do this back and forth till I die. Till some point, I'm gonna catch you slipping. You're gonna get in over that big, egotistical, delusional head of yours. And you, and all the people you're associated with, think they can step to me, and their jaw won't be dislocated enough to talk about it. So Bianca, Olivia, Brianna, Miss Kroemer, Miss Cotts, Miss Thomas, when are you gonna rearrange your fallopian tubes and put back your eggs on your ovaries? Or when are you gonna get the balls that you claim to have since you want to talk like men? When are you gonna talk to me face to face? Or are you gonna keep talking behind a phone screen? Because you are way in over your head. And nothing you say or do matters until you pull up, grow up, or shut up. Have fun with life. Because no matter what I go through, it makes me me. All you're gonna do is complain, bitch, whine, and moan, and act tough. Everyone's Billy Badass till the real one walks in the fucking room. And you're gonorrhea having ass. You and Olivia, you ain't what you claim to be. You ain't what you are. So until you drive down that driveway, you're weak and fickle. You're a sheep without a shepherd. You're just fake cunts. Go scissor.